one, I'm a mom. Our daughter graduated from the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy in 2002, and she is a commander on a KC-135 jet refueler, and she is with the Wisconsin Air National Guard out of Milwaukee. Now, how can somebody who goes to the Merchant Marine Academy, which is marine transportation, end up as a pilot? Moms, you have a lot to do. In fact, I think research would bear out the fact that you have more influence on your children's decision concerning their future education than anybody else. So moms, listen up. The other hat that I wore for 10 years, I was a guidance director and a counselor in high school for 10 years. And we had divided responsibility, and I knew that there was a Merchant Marine Academy, but I had no idea about the options that people who graduate from this academy have. So when our daughter wanted to fly, she and her dad came to this meeting, how many years ago? Anyhow. And the representative from the Merchant Marine Academy said, if you want to fly, you have a 100% chance of getting a flight slot if you're medically qualified upon graduation. But my husband said to Bridget, he said, we're going to go and find out. No, I don't want to be there. I want to go to the Air Force Academy. And he said, we're going to go there. We're going to find out. And so, as a former educator and as a mom, the most important thing that you're going to do here today is to do the research to make sure that you're making the right decision, and you cannot make a good decision unless you know your options. Okay, a couple questions if you're all paying attention. How many of you would like to earn $18,000 a month upon graduation from your academy? I got your attention now. Boy, teachers really listen up to that. How many of you would like to travel the world for a year and visit 15 to 18 different countries around the world for free? Plus you're paid. Women, and this was a consideration when my daughter went to school, how many of you are concerned about the respect and the dignity that is paid to you in your future? Do you want to feel safe? Okay, here we go. Kings Point, New York is the home of the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy. It is the first academy that accepted women, and it has a legacy of safety concerning women. It has never had, some of these big stories that we hear. The size of the academy is very important. The academy has approximately 1,000 students, total population. So when you go to this academy, you are in a class of about 300 students compared to maybe 1,300 at the major academies. It's like coming into a family. Location, location, location. The academy is located on Long Island, nestled among the mansions on Long Island. And it's directly across the Sound to New York City. So you're 20 minutes from New York City, exposed to all the cultural and educational advantages of the city. Perhaps the biggest distinction with this academy is that, like all the others, it provides a 4-year Bachelor of Science degree. But at this academy, you have to be very sharp because they condense the academics into 3 years, and you will spend 1 year, the equivalent of 1 year, traveling the world and and going to the 15 to 18 different countries around the world where you get on-the-job training and for which you are being paid. So when young men and women graduate from this academy, they are job ready. They've been world travelers, and they have options. This is the only academy that you do not have a job when you graduate from it. Nobody is telling you what you have to do. And these are the two main options that you have. You can choose to be active military, and you can choose any branch. And if you want to join the Army, you will go into the Army as a commissioned officer like you graduated from West Point. So, things are different. If you choose to be active military, you interview with the various branches and you get a deal and you sign a contract. Let's say you want to be a lawyer, or let's say you want to be a pilot. No, none of these academies provide you are not a professional pilot when you leave that academy. But this academy can give you the option to interview with these branches. Now, let's say that you do not want to serve in the active military. This academy is supported by the Department of Transportation. And the purpose, or the mission of the academy, besides educating our future leaders like all the other academies, is to serve the economic and defense interests of the United States in our armed forces and the merchant marine. You know that commerce? They serve commerce during peacetime, and during a war effort, they serve the armed forces. So you can see the variety that is available. All right, so you choose not to be active military. And what you do is you find your job, get yourself a job in a transportation-related industry. And the way that you pay back this scholarship is to serve 2 weeks in the Naval Reserve. I told you about these young men and women that traveled the world for a year on these ships. Many of them will go to the academy, like my daughter, and love sailing. In fact, she was the first woman in history to be the naval training captain on the vessel that they have out there. She had a bright future in sailing, but she loved to fly. And so she had these options. And what happens is many of these young people that want to go out there and fly, because they know how it works, they love sailing. And these young people, if they choose to sail upon graduation, they can earn an average of $18,000 a month as a civilian, fulfill their obligation with their Naval Reserve. And so everybody needs to understand that your main reason for being here is to defend the United States and to serve our country. But this is the only academy where you can go and have a future in deciding what your future is going to be.